another episode. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you haven't subscribed, please do so by just clicking the bell and be notified of any new videos that I have coming up. So yeah, welcome. So today's topic, guys, I just wanted to share my experience and also things that I have gone through in regards to certain topics. So today we're going to cover how to stay healthy while traveling and also avoid being sick. This is something that happens quite a lot. I mean, touch wood or whatever you want to call it. With God being on my side, I've been okay. I've not been falling sick. I've not been, in hospital or things like that. But I've had, a few headaches here and there. I've had maybe tummy aches, things that I could cope with. But to be extremely in hospital because of food poisoning or something that's happened because I've not looked after myself or taken care of myself, that has been okay. So yeah, I just wanted to share a few bullet points with you, things that could help you avoid being sick. So you spend the whole part of the year, the best part of the year, trying to plan a very amazing holiday, amazing vacation, adventures, whatever you want to call it, whatever vacation you want to have. You spend the whole year planning something like that, and the last thing you want to do is spend pretty much the whole part of that holiday in hospital or fighting a bug or a sickness or something. Sounds dramatic, but it does happen. A lot of us do go on holiday, fall sick, and end up being in hospital or being in our hotels, in our bed, trying to fight this sickness, and then the holiday gets cut short. So if that is you, or I just wanted to share with you things that I've had to do to be extra vigilant, just to make sure that I don't fall sick or have any issues when I go on my vacation. I've just got a few tips and pointers for you, just to prevent those things in the future. Or if you're thinking of going on holiday, these are a few pointers for you to help you out. Getting sick is part of everyday life, and also you have to consider the factors of traveling into new environments, possibly new countries, new areas, places that you don't know, the healthcare system and things like that. It can make you vulnerable. So like I say, prevention is better than cure. First of all, the first thing you have to do in my tick book, first thing you need to do is get a insurance. A lot of people don't take this part of planning a holiday very seriously. Getting insurance can be, a bit of a chore, like trying to find the best kind of travel insurance. As long as you go, you read properly what the benefits are, what they give you in terms of your cover. As long as you have your medical cover, your baggage loss, your passport loss, your liability, your flight delay and all those things, make sure you do have a medical cover, so that when you do come and travel, that's the last thing you want to think about, getting sick and having to find money somewhere to pay for your hospital bills or find money to pay for medication and things like that. So I would strongly suggest that you get a insurance, so that when something happens, you just call them and they pretty much just cover it for you. Most of the times I do get insurance, I have to say. Times I go without anything happening to me, or any luggage is missing, any medical issues, I've been pretty okay with that. But recently, as I travel, I've been traveling pretty much every year, maybe more than a year, more than once a year. So I've been getting travel insurance. Sometimes I don't get it. But recently I've been getting issues with my luggages, being missing, delayed, paperwork issues, stuff, I don't know. So I've been getting travel insurance, and once you have that and the airline isn't, you know, helpful enough to kind of accommodate or compensate you, you can just call on to the travel insurance and they'll pretty much take it from there. So yeah, number one is please buy travel insurance. Number two, guys, I cannot say this enough, especially if you go into a very, very hot country like Ghana. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. Make sure you have a bottle of water with you wherever you're going, hiking, walking. Even if you're not walking, even if you're not doing any type of exercise, do drink a lot of water. And to boost your fluid intake, you could have some fruits along the way with you, but that is super duper imperative that you do drink a lot of water, because in the heat alone, without even doing any walking, it knocks you out, honestly. So as much as it's, oh, we hear that all the time kind of thing, there is a reason why you hear it all the time. So please do make sure that you do drink a lot of water as you go about your day. 3, guys, these are all kind of like logical things that we should use our minds to do. But number 3, guys, please do wash your hands wherever you go. Imperative. There's germs everywhere. We cannot say it. You all know this. It's easy to just walk away and not wash your hands. Before you know it, you're putting your hand into some kind of food and put it in your mouth. That's how poison and everything, you get sick. To prevent you being sick, please try and do this minor things that you can do to help yourself to prevent you being sick while on vacation. So for example, if you come into contact, let's say on the plane, how many people do you board on the plane? Come on. They may spray the plane, they may wipe the trays on the plane, the handles, everything. Make sure that before you eat on the plane, make sure you wipe your tray, your hand touches anything, make sure you have wipes with you, or just wash your hands. So the door handles on a hotel door, you don't know how many people have been there. Handling cash, how many hands has that cash been into? Grimy germs and bacteria. Also, when you go into the ATMs, how many fingers have been typing those keyboards? Please, whatever you do, be very vigilant and make sure that you wash your hands and sanitize them. There's a reason why we do say that. Sanitize them just to make sure that you don't forget and go and put your hand in your mouth, rub your nose, rub your eyes, and then you're stuck with something. Another thing I find, which number 4 is, try and say no to ice unless you know what water they've used to make that block. If you're already concerned about the water quality wherever you go, Ghana, for example, they do pure water in the sachets, and that's not really pure because the water, I would advise you to use bottled water if you're concerned with the water that they use for drinking. So if, for example, you want to have ice in your drink, I'll be extra vigilant. I'll try and stay away from that unless you know the water that they've used is, it's not contaminated, or it's okay to use. If you're already concerned about the water quality wherever you go, Ghana, for example, they do pure water in the sachets, and that's not really pure because the water, I would advise you to use bottled water if you're concerned with the water that they use for drinking. So if, for example, you want to have ice in your drink, I'll be extra vigilant. I'll try and stay away from that unless you know the water that they've used is, it's not contaminated, or it's okay to use. Despite the water is still frozen, bacteria is still present. So just be extra vigilant when it comes to drinking water. Just make sure that it's bottled, because some people do have kind of upset stomach that can easily turn into something else. So just be very careful, guys. Guys, number 5, which I need to tell myself, is to what? Sleep. Guys, you come on vacation, you feel like, okay, I've got a lot of lists of things that I want to do. The whole day is busy, you wake up early, you have treks and places you want to go, hiking, activities. Pretty easy to just get carried away with all your activities and the list and things that you got planned. You want to get through it. You forget to sleep. So you have all your all night kind of like going out, chilling and doing whatever you want to do. During the day, you're walking, you know, meeting up with friends, seeing places. You forget to sleep. Now, sleep is imperative, guys. I know you're on vacation, you want to get everything done, but try and get some sleep in between. I need to say this to myself because I hardly sleep. Ghana, they sleep pretty early and wake up pretty early, and that's not something that I'm used to. So by 7, 8, you see people are in bed. I'm like, yo, the night's that just beginning, you know. So yeah, try and sleep, and then you can carry on the next day. Number 6, guys, exercise. So some of you guys know I do a lot of exercise where I'm resident at. But be on vacation, you don't really get to do that. I don't get to go to the gym. I don't get to do all those things. I try and do walking if possible, especially if we were to walk around the Makula market, for example. That's a long walk, like walking around all these different traders, trying to go here, trying to go there, trying to find things. You're doing a lot of walking. Before you know it, you've done 10,000 steps, which is quite helpful. But if you're the type who is always on transport, you know, traveling here and there, spend a lot of time on transport and not getting much of an exercise, maybe try and get off a few stops earlier and then walk the rest of the way. What you need to do is exercise so the blood can get flowing. Just make sure that you do a bit of exercise just to get your whole system working again. What number are we on? 7, 8? So the next step, the next bullet point is to make your own meals. Pretty easy. I know it's not that easy, especially if you live in a hotel, you get food made for you. But if you have your own place, it's easier to make your own food. But a lot of us tend to go out and, you know, go to a restaurant or get something. Go to a friend or somebody who makes something for us. We just need to be extra careful of places that you eat and what is in it. Yeah, just be very vigilant on what you put in your mouth. I'm not going to be dirty. Yeah, just be vigilant of what you put in the mouth. Just let's end it there, okay? Okay, so this is my weakness, right? The next bullet point, guys, I need help. Okay, so you plan on coming to Ghana, you come to Ghana and you find that you are so excited to try the local dishes. Oh, guys, you're so excited to try the local dishes. You come because your mouth has been watering, your mouth have been local dishes, authentic local dishes. You dream of coming to eat, and for me, what I do is I get super excited and I end up eating way too much than I should, or I finish eating and then an hour later I try and eat something else, and that's the mistake I've done. As you can see, guys, I've become obolo. I've become big, you know, bigger than I usually am. So this time around when I came over, everybody's like, hey, Obolo, hey, you are big, oh, hey, like, hey, big suits you. Like, a lot of different comments from people, positive comments though, like they like me looking big, but that's beside the point. But all I'm saying is that I've just been so excited with the food. I've been eating and like I'm still not bored of it. Like, oh my goodness, the amount of food that just, you know what, let's leave it there. Try and practice self-control when you're experiencing all these local delicious dishes, guys. self-control. Okay, the food will still be there, just self-control. So the next one, guys, is to what? Protect your skin. I get a lot of comments about my skin. I don't really do anything special, but obviously wherever you're traveling to, bear in mind the climate. Bear in mind how hot it's going to be. So if you're a very sensitive person, make sure that you take sunscreen with you. Make sure you apply that if you're going to be walking in the heat, in the sun, because the heat is very, very hot. Right now it's raining season though. I mean, last night, wow, for almost 12 hours, this rain, thunder, lightning was just like, somebody was mad. Like, it was just pouring. But aside that, when it gets hot, it's very, very hot. So just be extra careful, and make sure you apply your sunscreen, and yeah, just look after your skin so it doesn't get dry. Okay, next one is my frenemies. Why am I even saying frenemies? They're pretty much my enemies, right? Mosquitoes. Yo. First time I came to Ghana, they were chopping me left to right. My legs especially suffered, because at that time I was like, how do I deal with the situation? Like, what do I do? Because they bite me, I scratch, I leave a scar, and I do have scars on my leg based on these mosquitoes, due to these mosquitoes biting me. So from then on, I've been experienced in that field, watching, when and how they come. So I kind of like put mosquito cream on. Better to be in an aircon room. You can use the coils as well, light it up, keeps them away. But I do tend to use a lot of mosquito creams. Even with that, they still don't keep away. As you can see, you may see or you may not see, because I've put a lot of foundation on just to hide it. They've damaged my face, guys. They've actually damaged my face. I've tried as much not to scratch my face, but it's gonna leave scars on my face. I have one here, there, two here, and my whole body. You don't want to see it. Don't ask me to show you, because this time around it's like they smell fresh blood and they just come running in. I think we went on a trip, I think Aqua Safari. We went on a trip and we were sitting outside having our meal, and the mosquitoes just, I don't know what breed they were, or if it was mosquitoes, if it was some other kind of bug that just, because there was a lot of forest around where we were sitting, so everything from the forest just came. And at that time I couldn't feel anything. It was the next day I woke up, I was like, yo, what's happened? So yeah, just be very, very, very careful. That's the issue I have right now. Mosquitoes, when they bite you, they can give you fever, you can get malaria. Touch wood, God on my side, I've not been sick with malaria, but I've had a lot of bites on me, which I didn't want, which is going to leave a scar right now, which I'm not impressed with. These mosquitoes, like, they're so savage. Honestly, I'm not exaggerating. Wait till you get bitten and then you know what I mean. Like, well, actually, don't wait. That's why I'm giving you this tip. So you don't wait till it happens to you, but be very, very vigilant. They're so snaky and very fast. Just like that. Okay. And the last thing I'm going to say to you guys, just to round this up, if you're going to be sexually active, do use condoms. We all know this, but we don't do it because you guys know the reason. You guys have your own reasons why you don't use condoms. I'm not going to judge anybody, but if you're traveling to a new country or somewhere and you want to be sexually active, just bear in mind to use protection. Imperative. totally imperative. Okay, so with that being said, guys, I hope those tips helps you out. If you have any more questions or anything you want to ask me, I'm free. I don't bite. Just drop everything down below in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for, girl, dude? Just subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and then you'll be notified when a new video pops up. So yeah, guys, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.